Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slang. Hoping I got another video for y'all. In this video, I have a very important message. Um, Part of it is mainly for my sisters, but it also applies to the brothers. And the video is basically about being mindful about the energy that you invoke while you out there in the streets. But before I even get into the video, if you hit the link in the description below, you have access to my book, Who Profits When Black Man Gangbang. If you want to support me and get that on Amazon. There's also another link to a documentary that I'm in, We Came to Heal. And there's also other links to my social media if you care to follow me. So yeah. Anyway, let's get right back into it, right? So be mindful. This is like seriously, this is a very serious matter, and I want you to take heed. I know attention spans are low, but just bear with me. Be very mindful and careful of the energy that you exert while you're out there, what you're invoking while you're out there in the streets. I said this before many times. Your primary goal when you leave your house is to make it back into your house. That should be your primary goal, to make it back home safely and sound, right? Now, what am I trying to get to by saying be mindful of the energy that you're displaying or you're invoking out there, right? Now, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of dark energies out there in the world, right? There's a lot of people who have learned to live with their demons, right? There's a saying, you don't get rid of your demons, you learn to live with them, right? And there's some of our sisters that they go out there, and I don't know why they do this, right? I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if it's a societal thing. I don't know if it's a hormonal imbalance. Um, I, I don't know, right? But you're moving about in the world with this energy, this aggressive energy, that you think you can take on a man, right? That you think, like, I don't care how you dress. I don't care what type of hormone medication you might be on. I don't care what they telling you out there. You were born a certain way, biologically, right? Some are a little different than others, but on the average basis, you were born a certain way, right? And because you're born a certain way, you have certain capabilities, physical capabilities, right? And you see some of these sisters putting out a certain energy into the world when they go out there. Some of them are going as far as like getting in the face of men, blatantly disrespecting, calling them all type of witches and witch ass ninja, and you get what I'm saying. They're really exuding, like I have witnessed a lot of these situations where they are really exuding or trying to embody this energy of like, I can take you, like I can beat you, I can do XYZ. What you gonna do about it? They getting in the face. They going as far as poking, like poking the bear, right? And then when guys respond in a certain way, they want to portray a different energy. They want to portray a docile energy. They want to portray a more calm, less aggressive energy. They want to say, "Oh, I'm a woman," right? But few minutes before that, they were acting and exuding a certain energy, right? Now, what I mean by this is that when you go out there, there are gonna be some guys that they might overlook, right? although you getting in their face and you acting like you a man, they might overlook that because they might just be like, you know what, you bugging, I'm out of here. And then there's some guys who are not. There's some guys who are not going to overlook, right, what they're looking at, because they might look at you and they might be like, you know, biologically, whatever, you look like you was born a woman, right? There's some guys who are not going to care. They're just going to respond to the energy that you are exuding. This is what I mean by that, right? So be very mindful of the energy that you put out there. Because once it's out there and it's mingling with other people's energy, you can't really take it back sometimes, right? So you need to be, when you do certain things, when you present yourself a certain way, or you do certain things out there, you need to be mindful of the possibilities that can come from that outcome. You need to be mindful. For example, by the time I already punched somebody in the face, I already thought about all the different angles that that situation can take, right? See, because some of the things I'll be trying to explain is that brothers not going to do the back and forth arguing for too long, right? Men are not really wired like that to go back and forth for a long period of time, right? They go back and forth once, twice, maybe 3 times. And after that, it leads to blows. It leads to somebody getting shot. It leads to somebody getting stabbed. It just leads, or if there's happens to be a bigger man, like the conversation's done, somebody walking away, right? So there's some kind of action, and most of the time it's physicality that happens, right? So somebody that is wired like this in their nature, you expected them to sit there and argue with you. You expected them to go back and forth with you, right? And some of y'all still not even gonna understand what I'm saying. But anyway, some gonna take heed, some not. On the other hand, this applies to the brothers too, right? When you out there exuding a certain energy, some of these dudes are out there moving as if they the only lions in the jungle. God didn't just create one lion. He created many lions. He created many tigers. He created many creatures that are dangerous. When you out there talking crazy to people, you need to be mindful of the outcome. You need to be mindful that there's somebody out there in the world that is just like me. Matter of fact, there's somebody in the world that is worse than me. These are the things that we should be mindful of when we go out there in the street and be talking crazy to people. Which is why I always try to watch what energy that I have. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm at fault, right? Rarely, because I like to think. But when I already made a decision, like I said, by the time I already lead, like if I'm going to punch somebody in the face, like I already thought about it. I already said, like, you know what, if I punch this dude in the face, he might leave and come back and give me jump. He might leave and go get a gun. He might have a weapon on him right now. He might pull it out. Like, I could possibly get hurt behind this. We might have beef after this, right? If he see me again, it might be lit. So I already thought about all these different scenarios, right? If I choose to go that route. A lot of times I don't really go that route. I try to get chances. Sometimes if I just got to walk away, I walk away. But sometimes people be playing themselves. And just because somebody play themselves don't mean you have to feed into that. Like I'm saying, sometimes the energy that people put out there triggers a different energy in the atmosphere. And sometimes I respond in a negative way. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there. Not a lot of people. Well, yes, there's a lot of people who are dealing with a lot of stuff out there. And some people, they have more control over their demons than others. And you wouldn't even know. So why you out there playing with people? Why you out there thinking you could just disrespect people? You could just call them all type of names. Get crazy. You don't know what somebody carrying around. And I'm not talking about a gun or a knife. You don't know what burdens, what heaviness, right, that those dark forces is taking on people out there in the world, and you just going around messing with people, and you just going around talking crazy to anybody, and you don't even realize you can offset something in somebody's head. Like, some of y'all is brave souls, like not even brave, just stupid. Some of the things that some of y'all are doing, it's just stupid, and it just shows that you're not even mindful. The fact that you don't even think that there's somebody worse than you out there, and I'm talking to the brothers, the fact that you think you're the toughest thing that is walking around out there because maybe you got a gun or because you've been gassed up, like, it's absurd. You're clearly not aware of what's going on, and some of y'all don't care. And a lot of y'all just saying that, right? It's easy to say, I don't care, I don't give a F, because it's hard to change things. It's hard to really sit with your pain. It's hard to really sit with your trauma and the issues you have. And it's even harder to fix those things. It's even harder to walk the path to change your heart. That's even harder. So it's easy to just say, I don't give a F. But a lot of y'all care. It just hurts to care. So I'm telling you, some people going to take heed, some people not going to take heed. And it is what it is. I'm just telling you, man, be mindful, man. Be mindful when you out there and you talking crazy to people. Because you don't know what you might offset in their mind, in their brain. That could lead to you not getting home. Remember what I said in the beginning of the video? The goal should be to make it home. Safe and sound. That should be the goal. To make it home. There's some of y'all, this is why I don't get on the internet. I don't get on the internet and talk crazy. Like you rarely, if any time, you have seen me get on the internet and act like I'm tough. And act like I'm a gangster. And act like, and just talk and put out a certain energy. I don't even want that energy to come my way. I don't even want a certain kind of energy to come my way. I really don't. I hate getting into conflicts. I hate getting into certain situations where I might have to do something to somebody, or I might have to unleash something that I don't want to unleash. Because like I said, I be thinking about things. I be thinking about how things could escalate. I be thinking about where this is going to go. I'm not at the point in my life where I want to be beefing with people, where I want to be worrying about certain things. I got to ride around or you know, with weapons. Like, I don't want to be in that environment. I was in that environment before. It's not cool. It's not a good feeling looking over your shoulder. It's not. A lot of y'all been gassed up. That's not cool. It's not cool that you have ops. That's not cool. It's not a cute thing. It's not cool wondering whether the ops gonna get you or the police gonna catch you. It's not cool. That paranoia is a mother. That stress that comes with just worrying. It's not cool, man. It doesn't even feel good. And that stress will cause you other ailments. It's not a good feeling. And some of the people who might have never went through that, you don't understand. It's not a good feeling. Which is why a lot of dudes that be playing the streets be drugged up so they don't have to feel that. A lot of dudes that be out there in the streets and be doing stuff to people and got problems, and they know somebody coming for them, and they know like they gotta watch their back, or if the police gonna catch them. A lot of them dudes that are out there paranoid as hell. What do? They sedate themselves. That's why they constantly drunk. They constantly high. And now they even taking pills and other drugs. Because they know. They know that they know that feeling is nerve-wracking. So hopefully some of y'all take heed, man. Be mindful. And make it home. And make that your priority, your main goal. And be mindful of the energy that you put out there. Peace.